Jason R. Stevenson asked, how should we as Christians respond to anti-Semitism? Christians to anti-Semitism. I think it's in the same way we respond to racism. We understand that it doesn't mean what it originally meant in the beginning, like this blind hatred for a group of people based on their ethnicity and their ancestry. Understand that it is a political cudgel used to beat you into submission, into accepting the most insane propositions. That's the function of the term anti-Semitism, right? So they conflate any sort of criticism with the nation of Israel or Jews as anti-Semitism. And it's not an exaggeration, by the way. They do this all the time. I remember that's one thing that kind of woke me up where, again, I don't hate PragerU. I've done a lot of collaborations with them, and so I don't hate them. But Dennis Prager once said that if you criticize Israel, then that is anti-Semitic in nature. Because why would you criticize or why would you question the only homeland of the Jews? Where else do they have to go? And I'm like, I get it from your point of view. From my point of view, like I don't think that's a sound argument. Like if I criticize the Japanese people, for example, whom I dearly love, by the way, I love the Japanese people. Sugoi desu ne. I don't hate the Japanese. If I criticize their culture, like there's tons of things I criticize about the Japanese. I largely think a lot of parts of Japan are great. But yeah, for example, like the movie Suzume by director Makoto Shinkai, great movie. But one thing I loved what that movie does is it's a critique. It's a critique on the fast-paced society that Japan has become, where they abandon hometowns and quaint villages to pursue this fast-paced dystopian hellhole, which is Tokyo. Tokyo is great, don't get me wrong, but like you go to Tokyo, it's like you feel like a bug. There's so many people. It's so crowded. You feel like a bug in a colony. You feel like a cog in a machine. It's so anti-human. It's terrible. So I don't enjoy that. I think that's a problem, and I criticize that. It doesn't mean that I hate it. I hate Japanese people. And so in the same way, you can criticize Israel. You can criticize Jewish people and what they do, what they advocate for. There's a recent tweet for Pride Month because it's Pride Month. It's the gay month, right? It's a butt sex month, but. Yeah, like yesterday, there was a post by Jewish Democrats. They said, pride is a Jewish virtue. Pride is a Jewish value. We're like, okay, dude, like we know, like you always brag about this. You always brag about how, oh yeah, we're at the forefronts of civil rights and LGBTQ rights and women's rights, reproductive rights. Yeah, we know. And so I think they deleted, they might have deleted the post. Did they delete the post? Oh my gosh, they deleted the post because they got so much backlash. But yeah, they say pride is a Jewish value, and I responded. I was just like, yeah, we know. But yeah, so it's like understanding, okay, there are Jewish people, broadly speaking, who are connected through ancestry and through shared trauma, through like, the diaspora and the Holocaust, stuff like that. And so there's always going to be something that the secular Jews, the Talmudic Jews, the Orthodox Jews, that they all hold in common. But at the same time, there are differences between secular Jews and Orthodox Jews, where Orthodox Jews tend to be much more socially conservative, and secular Jews tend to be much more, socially liberal and things like that. But they all have, most of them, not all, not every single one, right? But like most of them have a shared goal of advocating for the Jewish people and the Jewish diaspora and the Jewish homeland. So understanding that, then you understand, okay, then a lot of Jews advocate what's best for their people, which, like I said earlier, is not inherently wrong. But I think once you get into a territory, which I see this happen a lot, like there's a lot of what I like to say low IQ anti-Semitism. Maybe there's high IQ anti-Semitism where you actually criticize like tangibly what's wrong. But there's just low IQ anti-Semitism where you just like call everyone a Jew. Like I have tons of comments sometimes. They're like, you're a Jew. And I'm like, what? I'm not a Jew. I'm so Korean. What are you talking about? Like, I went to Israel, and all these Israelis and all these Jews were like, "Oh, you're Korean." So I'm as Korean as can be in terms of appearance. I think I need to learn a little more about Korean culture because I'm a freaking dirty Kyopo. I'm a freaking Korean American diaspora person. But all that being said, I'm going on a tangent right now. The way that we should navigate anti-Semitism as Christians is to not be beholden to it. And what I mean by that is if someone accuses you of being anti-Semitic, don't raise your hands up like, oh my gosh, like, oh no. Like, it's just a way for you to submit to whatever craziness that they want you to submit to. It's a power grab. It's a power trip. And so, but at the same time, don't like have like harbor genuine hatred for Jewish people. I don't think that's healthy either. That's sin. That's not good. And I don't condone that either. So just like have a clear mind when it comes to this kind of stuff. I believe that, we have to be level-headed, slow, slow to anger, sober-minded with this kind of stuff. But I believe that we need to think about things a little higher and a little deeper in order to navigate that kind of problem. But at the same time, I totally agree that you shouldn't actually just hate Jews, like just because they're a Jew. That's wrong. That's evil. In the same way I say that about black people or Koreans or any group of people, about white people, which is very common these days too. It's just like you hate someone just because they're white. And I think all of that is evil because we're not called to hate people based on their immutable characteristics and the ancestry that God has brought them to. We're called to hate their actions, their sins, their behaviors, their conduct, the things that they offer to society. And you can hate that all you want. You can call out that all you want, but you just don't call out someone inherently because of who they are and where they come from. I think that's really toxic.